I cannot express how excited I was to discover that Love's Second Act is now streaming in the UK. This was released last year in 2024, which, to be fair, was not that long ago. But it's Jodie Sweetin and George Wendt, and I was desperate to see it. And I check it every couple of weeks. And finally, I saw that it was available on Plex. And of course, I immediately watched it. And I'm pleased to say I rather enjoyed it. This is directed by Sam Irvin. It's written by Darren J. Corrao and Chris Foster. And of course, we have a cast including Jodie Sweetin and George Wendt. We also have Tilky Jones. And Sweetin plays our protagonist, Jamie, who is a filmmaker. She has to finish her screenplay very quickly. And she is struggling to find that motivation and that inspiration and that need to write. She's driven by the deadline, but not necessarily driven by creative ideas. But then she bumps into a former flame, Nick, and maybe things start to flow a little bit better. And this also revolves around this little theatre, the town's theatre, and whether or not the theatre itself will be able to survive. And I just think every aspect of the narrative works so well together. The film flows really well, the pacing is really great, the narrative definitely works very well. And I love films about films and films about filmmakers, so that part of it really appealed to me. The characters are very well written, the performances are really great, visually it's a really pleasing film. I absolutely adored it. I did worry that because I'd been so desperate to see it, I'd maybe put it on a bit of a pedestal before I'd even seen it, and I was worried that my high expectations, perhaps unreasonably high expectations, wouldn't be met. But nevertheless, I am pleased to say that that was not the case. I think that my potentially unreasonably high expectations were actually met. Great story, great narrative, well executed, very well written characters, great on-screen chemistry, great performances. I'm very happy. There's nothing about Love's Second Act that didn't work. We have some scenes between Jodie Sweetin and George Wendt as well. That might sound obvious, but that was not guaranteed. I didn't know what role Wendt played going into this. So those scenes, definitely, I absolutely loved. But every aspect of this, I thought, was really great. And if, like me, you've been keen to see it, or if you just discovered it for the first time, needless to say, I'm very, very happy to recommend Love's Second Act.